Hello, creative cooks. Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Phebe Cooks channel. I hope you're doing well. Today, I'll be sharing 5 sandwich ideas using the chickpea bread I shared a few days ago. First, I'll show you how I prepare a few simple condiments that would elevate the taste of each of these sandwiches. Then show you the most appetizing way I like to dress each slice of chickpea bread, one by one. By the way, I've listed the recipe link in the description box below for this chickpea bread and a link for you to download your free grocery planner. That way you're able to list out all the ingredients you need to get to make these sandwiches so you can have an easy grocery shopping experience. Alright, let's start with the main ingredient, the chickpea bread. Prepare 5 slices and lay them on a parchment-lined baking sheet to toast. If you have a toaster, you may use it. I'm not sure I mentioned this in the last episode, but the loaf of this chickpea bread freezes pretty well for up to about a month or two. So if you bake it and don't need it right away, allow it to cool completely, then wrap it with parchment paper, place it in a storage bag, label it with a date and store it in your freezer. And then when you're ready to use it, allow it to thaw in your fridge overnight. That's exactly what I did in preparation for this episode. Next, I'll season some boiled chickpeas with olive oil, salt, smoked paprika powder, black pepper powder, and cumin powder. Mix well, then spread on the parchment-lined baking sheet to toast together with the chickpea bread slices for about 10 minutes or until they're crunchy. But if they happen to cook longer than the bread, be sure to remove the bread slices and set them aside while the chickpeas continue to toast. Then cool all together for a few minutes after toasting. Pickled onions are next on the list. All you need for that is about 45 grams of sliced red onions instead of white onions so we can make these sandwiches extra pretty. Combine the onions with about half a teaspoon of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, then mix the combination and set it aside for the pickling magic to happen while you make some avocado spread. With these pickled onions, you're able to make them in advance, make them in large batches, and they keep well in the fridge for weeks. So you can always have some on hand to spice up your meals. Add the diced avocado to a bowl together with a squeeze of lime juice to prevent the avocado from turning brown, also to add a nice zest of flavor to the avocado spread. Then season with salt and a dust of cayenne pepper to suit your taste preference. Mash well and set aside. Now, in order to give these sandwiches some life, we need a few greens, a few freshes I like to call them, like Persian cucumbers and chopped kale. Feel free to use whatever you have in hand, be it some fresh sprouts, Swiss chard, or a coleslaw. Whatever works for you. Season the chopped kale with lime juice, lightly with some salt, and a dose of hemp seeds, about maybe half a tablespoon, for some crunch. Alright, time to make pretty delicious sandwiches, and first on the list is a hummus and roasted veggie sandwich. All that's needed is creamy hummus and roasted veggies. The roasted veggies I'm using consist of dill-infused roasted cauliflower and carrots, but you can roast your favorite combination of root, leafy, and cruciferous vegetables. The crunch from the veggies together with a creamy hummus pairs so well in quite a satiating combo. 1 cup of creamy hummus, 1 cup of roasted veggies, 1 cup of dill-infused roasted cauliflower and carrots, 1 cup of dill-infused roasted cauliflower and carrots, 1 cup of root, leafy, and cruciferous vegetables. The crunch from the veggies together with a creamy hummus pairs so well in quite a satiating combo. have a link below for the hummus recipe so you can make some soon, which is perfect for a batch meal prep. Then garnish the sandwich with fresh herbs to make it extra pretty. The goal is to make these sandwiches so pretty to eat. That's it. Alright, the next sandwich is this pickled onion and cucumber on avocado spread. This one is full of healthy fats from the avocado, super hydration from the cucumbers, and a burst of zing from the pickled onions. After stacking all of those goodies up, sprinkle on some black sesame seeds as a lovely finishing touch to complement the colors and taste factors of this whole sandwich. And though I'm using chickpea bread to make all these sandwiches, to add an extra boost of protein for each one, feel free to use any bread of your liking. Next is this mushroom and fermented bean stew on red pepper spread, which is perfect as a snack or a post-workout meal. The stew should actually be called a stinky bean and mushroom stew because I soaked some Peruvian beans for 3 days without changing the water, and my God, the beans smelled so bad. I was not worried about that. After finessing the flavors, the stew turned out well that it reminded me of miso paste. And it just made sense to serve it with this red pepper spread because the balance of the umami taste between the two of them just worked out well. I have a link in the description box below for this red pepper spread, which you can use as pizza sauce, pasta sauce, sandwich spread as illustrated here, or even a good base for a tasty stew, especially if you're allergic to tomatoes. Give it a try and aim to make large batches at a time for recipe ideas like this. Next sandwich on the list is considered a dessert. It's a banana and tahini on chocolate swirl. But before that, if you're loving this video, please give it a huge thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other creative cooks like you. And if you've not subscribed yet, tap on that subscribe button so that you do not miss out on any delicious plant-based recipes that have the power to help you achieve your diet and fitness goals. Thank you so much. And one more thing, if you're new to meal prep due to a diet or lifestyle change, or you or someone you know needs an accountability partner to help plan out meals for the week, I'd love to help you out. Use the link below to book a one-on-one meal plan coaching session with me so you can start enjoying stress-free meal prep days to help you achieve your weekly or monthly goals. Alright, for that sandwich number 4, get a warm slice of chickpea bread and spread on some tahini or sesame paste. They're the same thing. Then add on some dark chocolate chips to melt and lightly swirl the combo. Top with a slice of banana and sprinkle on some hemp seeds. Check that out. You just might need to add it to your meal planner. How does that sound? Alright, our 5th sandwich on the list is here. For that, spread on some Babaganoush or eggplant dip on a slice of chickpea bread. They too are the same thing. Then top with seasoned chopped kale, pickled onions, and some of that toasted chickpeas we made earlier. I've added a link below in the description box for my Babaganoush recipe for you to try out too. Creative cooks, you have seen 5 sandwich ideas here. And though these are open sandwiches, to make it a full sandwich, you may stack another slice of chickpea bread right on top of each masterpiece and voila! I'd love to know in the comment section on which one is your favorite. I have a 6th one, but if you want to see it, check out the links below for the recipe video or blog post for the chickpea bread recipe I shared a few days ago. If you made any of these sandwiches, I'd love to know in the comments below on what you loved about it, where you're watching from, and share it with your loved ones. And that's it for today, Creative Cooks. Thank you so much for watching. And if you watched all the way to the end, you are such a real creative cook. I just appreciate you being here. Chat with you in my next episode. Goodbye.